Let's open up and tour an all-new 2022 Forest River Rockwood Ultralight. This is the 2720 IK floor plan. Hello and good afternoon, everybody. This is Chris coming at you from Great Escapes RV Supercenter, and it is my pleasure to do this RV tour with you guys today. We're going to walk around the outside of this unit with it all closed up and explain some of the features. Then we're going to crawl onto the roof and do the same thing. Then we're going to go inside the unit with the unit closed up and show you how practical would it be to be parked on the side of the road, to maybe catch some Z's, cook a meal, maybe use the restroom. How easily accessible is this RV? Then we're going to open it up together and give you a final overlook at this beautiful 2720 IK. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let's rock and roll. So I really enjoy doing the videos on these. Six-sided aluminum cage construction. You've got 5/8 tongue and groove plywood flooring. A great insulation factor as well. R7 on your sidewalls, R12 on your floor, and R14 on your ceiling. Just a really good build and a lot of really awesome features going into this RV. You've got a power tongue jack that comes with this. It's got a built-in convenience light. So if you guys are doing this at night, you also have, of course, the manual override in case something should happen to the unit. I always recommend putting a cover on these because they're not entirely waterproof. You also have a 30-pound propane tank double set up rather than the 20s, which is really sweet. And you've got a double set up to be able to have up to 2 batteries added to this RV. Molded fiberglass front cap with an automotive grade windshield. You've got the diamond guard plate here as well, so if you're driving down the highway, that helps as far as rock chips goes. You have dual motor power stabilizers on the front and on the back. I love this quite a bit. Very cool. And the button right here is the ones to operate that. Very cool. You also have a section right here if you guys wanted to add in an additional solar panel to be able to have a trickle charge to top off your batteries. It actually comes with a 190 watt solar panel on the roof as well as a 1000 watt inverter. You've got frameless glass windows, dual awning setup, a 12-footer and 11-foot, 12-foot on the front, 11-foot on the back. Frameless glass windows, you've got fiberglass sidewalls. I love this little setup right here. You've got sections not only for right here, but actually on the opposite side, you guys can be able to put a little table right here that comes with it, as well as they include the Suburban Elite Series tabletop griddle, which is really cool because not only do they include the griddle, but they also include the Suburban 2-burner cooktop. So as far as entertaining friends and family underneath the shade, very, very awesome. I like that quite a bit. And of course, you got a little hot point mini refrigerator as well. You've got a section right here to be able to mount an exterior TV if you did want to. You've got an outside scare light, nice wide open entry door to be able to get in and out easy and conveniently. It's actually a little bit wider than their standard doors. It also comes with this really nice setup on here. Every RV purchase includes 1 year of your RV complete, which is really nice to have. It comes with dent repair, window repairs, technical and roadside assistance, lockout assistance. You guys can download the application, and not only can you have that ability to have that, but you guys can also document your service records. You guys can more or less be able to keep track of your entire RV and all of the stuff that has been done to it in the convenient application. Very nice. I absolutely love that the RV industry has been switching over to some of these. This is the Goodyear Endurance Kevlar sided tires. Very nice. Made in the USA. 15-inch aluminum rim upgrade. You also have built-in tire pressure monitoring sensors. Very awesome. I do like as well that you do have the Dexter Torflex axles. Very cool. LP connection right here for your 2-burner grill. This is actually polysilver vein. This is a nice powder coating application on here. It makes it very durable. It's good for the long haul. Of course, the hot point refrigerator, and then also a insulated 1 1/4 thick slam latch baggage doors with the built-in magnetic catch. I like that quite a bit. Exterior mounted speakers. You have a 35,000 BTU furnace. This is the rear button setup as far as raising and lowering your dual motor power stabilizers. You have a rear tubular style bumper on here with an ability to be able to pull this out and put your sewer hose inside. LED lights on the top, bottom, and on the sides. You're pre-wired for the industry's best Furrion backup camera. Very awesome. A 2-inch receiver, so you guys wanted to maybe put a little luggage rack on the back, maybe carry some bikes with you. You could do that. A full-size covered spare tire. follow along with Rockwood RVs with the We RV application as well. You've got an access ladder to gain access to your fully walkable roof, and this is a 50 amp service. I'm holding the camera with one hand. I'm gonna use the other hand like a ninja and get to the top of here, hopefully not to fall, and show you guys this roof. So, pretty sweet. And then up in the front, you've got a 13.5 AC upgrade with the built-in heat strip. You have a max air vent fan with the built-in rain cover as well. So if it is raining outside, you guys don't have to worry about water getting into that RV. You've got the Teton all-in-one Wi-Fi booster with LTE prep and the antenna. Makes it that much easier as far as finding your channels. There's your 190 watt solar panel. You've got a little skylight. They've got the Air 360, the siphoning vent right there in your bathroom, which basically more or less uses your Venturi effect to pull out the gases from your black water tank to prevent that from getting into your RV. Very cool. You have an additional little vent system right here, and then another one of those little Air 360 siphoning vents. Very cool. All right. All right, I didn't fall. You've got a nice outside shower right here. Simply pop this open, folds away. You do have a hot and cold setting. That's really handy in case you guys maybe rinsing off the dogs, rinsing off the boots before you guys go inside. You have a gray tank flush down here. I'll go ahead and give you guys a look at the underside of this RV. This is a fully heated and enclosed RV. Has thermostatically controlled 12 volt heating pads as well, which is pretty cool. I like that. So once the temperature drops to a specific point, you can have that button switched and they'll automatically come on. I like that. Coming around here, looking at those beautiful Goodyear Endurance tires on those upgraded aluminum rims with the tire pressure sensors already built in. You have a 6-gallon quick recovery hot water tank. Exterior little convenience lights. If you guys are doing this at night, I really appreciate that they do that. This is going to be the opposite side of your convenience center. This is a section right here to do your winterization. This is city water connection. This is a power tank fill, basically, so you guys who want to carry water with you, you guys can be able to do that here. This is for tank flushing, cable TV and satellite inputs as well. And then down here, as you can see, there is your black and gray water dumping stations. And then you have freshwater drain right there as well. Coming over here, this is something I really appreciate that Forest River does. I encourage you to look at other RVs when you are doing your tours and stuff and inspect under the beds and inspect underneath the booths. One cool thing that Forest River does is rather than using wood, they use, of course, the 6-side aluminum cage construction, but they go all aluminum for the framing on your bed and for the framing on your booth dinette. So as far as durability and longevity, that's a huge thumbs up for me. You've got your manual overrides as far as your slide outs and your jacks. You also have that little table I was talking to you about, that sweet setup with the Elite Series griddle by Suburban. And then a little bag right here that is durable. You guys can keep your paperwork and everything in there as well. On 1.25 inch thick slam latch baggage doors. Sweet. Let's go over here. This is the button to turn on and off your docking lights, as you can see. What a beautiful RV. Let's go inside and check it out. All right. Yeah, this is really sweet. I didn't have a chance, but actually I pointed out right there, you do have one 110 power source, and you've got an additional 110 power source here, and then simply open this up, and then there is your 2-burner cooktop. Very nice. So we'll go ahead and take this and open it up. I enjoy that it's on the friction hinge door. That comes in really handy, so if it is windy outside, you don't have to worry about it just kind of slamming shut on you. About a year or so, I had one that was a non-friction hinge door, and it smashed my finger. Did not feel very good at all. The fact that they're including this on these RVs, I absolutely love. This is the MoRide entry step upgrade. You'll see several different versions of them. Some of them will be strut assisted, some of them won't, but just simply pull this down. This one is the strut assisted, but it makes it so much easier as far as entering and exiting. This actually holds into place. It's not gonna fall down on you. You guys set this down once you get to your campsite, set the legs to where they need to be. This is the updated version, so there's no longer those little annoying pins that you have to pull out. Just simply hit this tab and it'll automatically adjust to the height that you want. Make sure that you're matching up correctly with your sill plate so you don't have any issues with the door closing, and then you'll be able to enter into your beautiful RV. Let's go ahead and check it out. Of course, a screen door as well. And then we'll go into here. So first look, as you can see, the rear portion is pretty much inaccessible. You do have, of course, your couches and stuff. If you did want to pull on the side of the road to maybe catch a nap, that's really cool. But the one cool thing that I do like about this particular floor plan is you still have access if you needed to, and you didn't want to stop at a gas station, you can still have full access to your restroom. So that's a huge thumbs up for me. Okay. Now, one critical thing that I have to highlight with this RV, this particular floor plan, is something that I noticed as it was opening and closing, and I had to stop because I'm like, man, this actually doesn't have clearance. So when you are actually in transport, this table must be in the down position. If it's not, you risk potentially hitting this island and you could do substantial damage to your RV. So that's always a critical thing. Before you close any of your slides, make sure your doors, your cabinets and stuff are closed. And in this particular floor plan, you must have that table in the down position to go into transport mode. Let's go ahead and open up this beautiful RV. So the first one we'll go ahead and open up. As you can see, here's your command center. You guys see slide out in, right, 1, 2, and 3. This has 3 slides, in and out. Awning extension and retraction for your front and rear. Your lighting for interior porch awning and step light. You have your auxiliary input, a Wi-Fi for your booster. You have your water heater, whether you're running off of electric or gas, your water pump, and then of course your thermostatically controlled tank heaters, and then to conveniently access the fluid levels right here. There is the information for your Wi-Fi Ranger for the booster. Here's the application that you can control your awnings, your slide outs, your lighting. Very cool. And then also the information to be able to bind your tire pressure monitoring sensors to your application on your phone or the controller that comes with it. So you guys will be able to keep track of your pressure in your tires. Very cool. So let's go ahead and open this out. We'll do slide out 1. We're going to press out. This is a rack and pinion style slide out. It's very durable. At the very furthest extension, it's going to do a slight drum roll, more or less, which you will hear. And once it does that, that lets you know that it's extended completely and that you need to let your finger off of the button. You'll hear it in just a second. Right there. So that is slide out 1. Slide out 2, we're going to go ahead and press out. And of course now it reveals so much more foot space in here as far as being able to move around, which I like quite a bit. I had mentioned earlier that this RV actually has 3 sources of heat on here, which is incredible. And of course 2 sources of AC, a 15K and a 13.5. But where I come at with the 3 sources of heat is 1, you have the, right here. You hear that drum beat? There we go. 1, you have a 35,000 BTU furnace. 2, you have a 5,000 BTU fireplace. Very nice. And you have that built-in heat strip on that AC upgrade. Very, very cool. I like that quite a bit. Coming around, as you can see, this looks really nice. It definitely gives you much more room to be able to move around. Sleep a couple friends and family over there on that booth dinette. And then what we're gonna go ahead and do is open up the front bedroom portion of it and give you guys a look at this. We're gonna go ahead and go to slide number 3 and press out. Once again, this is a rack and pinion style slide out. And I'm holding the button and the camera at the same time, so you might not be able to see the entire section of it getting all the way out. So just bear with me. There we go. You'll hear that drum beat. Boom, done. Now, first things first, I have to stress this. As soon as you walk into a Rockwood RV, look up on the ceiling. That thing is solid. That is one of the more solid roofs that I have felt in the RV industry. That gives me so much more confidence and peace of mind as far as walking on the roof. Not only that, just the strength and durability for the long haul. I like that quite a bit. You got a nice little island right here with 110 charging ports as well. Of course, a little convenience light. So if you guys are maybe walking around at night, you don't want any of those bright LEDs on, you guys can be able to have that to still move around. I love that the ducts are actually in the floor. So all of the air return portions of it are actually mounted in the island and then that sidewall, which comes in really handy. Of course, you've got a section right here with IRV technologies, AM, FM, Bluetooth. You've got auxiliary, HDMI port for you gamers, and check this out. What? Nice, large Insignia flat screen TV. Comes in really handy. Of course, if you don't want it, you can put that down and out of the way, be able to have a nice viewing, maybe over a lake or a nice river. Pull this up to the fullest extent, and then it's gonna stop, like so. Cool. And then there you go. You've got your entertainment for the friends and family, an additional 110 charging port right here for power. You also have solid surface countertops, a lot of countertop prep space. My wife and I are quite a bit as far as the cooking aspect goes, and this is definitely a floor plan that comes in handy if you like to cook or entertain a lot of people. 1.3 cubic foot built-in microwave oven, really nice. Of course, your cabinetry and everything as well, with some additional accessories and attachments. You got the gray stone hood, as well as the Magic Chef 3-burner cooktop with the oven combo. This is a tempered glass insert, so be careful with this as you're opening and closing this. Never close it when the unit is still hot, because you could risk shattering this tempered glass and it will blow up into basically 1,000 pieces, and it's a very difficult cleanup. Highly, definitely don't recommend that. But then if you're not using it, of course, you put this down, you've got additional countertop prep space, an updated little backsplash, very cool. I love this. This is the Dometic 12-volt refrigerator. This thing is huge. Holy moly, look how much room you've got around in here. And of course, a full-size freezer. Nice, very cool. Simply tap that light. Nice little pantry storage. I love an RV with plenty of storage. So they definitely hit the numbers on this. Very cool. Looking over here, of course, you've got an island. You've got a chef-style pull-out faucet with a sprayer attachment. Very nice. You've got sink inserts as well with the guards, just like so. Coming down here, additional storage down here. Coming around here, I like this little area back here. This could be a nice little area for like a coffee bar or something. More overhead cabinetry storage. You have privacy blackout curtains as well with slow rise feature. Of course, the frameless glass windows. Very nice. Simply take and turn this, you'll see it pop open. In the summertime, these things get hot, and so sometimes the gasket wants to stick. If you have that incident that happens, go to open it to its fullest portion, and as it's feeling, you know, it's like you get that resistance, just leave it there and walk away. It'll start to free up, maybe turn a little bit more, and eventually it will come free. Another cool thing I usually like to do is I'll take in a couple of areas and just maybe add a little bit of some WD-40 to just kind of help prevent that from sticking, or some sort of fluid or something to be able to keep that from sticking. I wouldn't necessarily say WD-40. 12-volt USB charging ports. You have another 110 power source right there. There's another air return. You've got a nice little trash can in here as well. Another 110 charging power port. This is a nice booth dinette. It has the fold-down table as well. And then nice drawers, solid steel ball bearing drawer glides. And of course a framed tubular construction of aluminum, so very durable. This is the Millersburg collection, theater style seating. Comes in really handy. You guys can simply take and turn this on and off as far as being able to adjust your lumbar support, which is pretty cool. That's built into it. Pull this down. You've got a USB charging port as well as 110 power section for your cups. Very cool. Come over here, press this button to turn it on. It goes blue. Press it again, it turns it off. Press it on and hold it, and it turns white. So you got a nice reading light. And if you look up there really close, there's another USB charging port. Totally awesome. All right, coming around here a little bit further. Of course, this is your AC system right here, you have a 30 amp charge controller by Go Power. This thing is awesome. Charge your batteries, power a lot of things, and of course with the 1,000-watt inverter, you guys can still power a lot of your 110 accessories. That comes in extremely handy. RV Comfort thermostat. It's got zone 1 and zone 2. Of course, then the AC unit up in the front, it actually has the built-in heat strip, which comes in extremely handy. Coming back here, of course, this RV is going to have built-in carbon monoxide detector, smoke detector, fire extinguisher, all the typical safety features an RV should have. In here, you'll notice that you have an upgrade. I love this. Porcelain toilet. It's not the plastic one. I like that quite a bit. Plenty of storage in here. A built-in shower miser water saving system. This is absolutely phenomenal. 9 times out of 10, you're turning on your water, you're waiting for your tank to heat up. It's just cold water, you're wasting it, and it's going into your gray tank. Simply flip this valve when you turn it on. It's going to recirculate the line. Once the water gets hot, this blue sleeve turns white, and then boom, you have instant hot water on demand without filling up your gray tank. Phenomenal. Totally love it. Coming through here, of course, you're going to look up a really souped up max air vent fan with up to 4 speed settings. This thing will keep the air circulated in here so well. It is absolutely phenomenal. It's actually, they do, the base model of this is a queen size bed, but they hook you up with the king size upgrade on here, which is really sweet. All the bedding and everything is included. Of course, the same style tap lights I was explaining to you. Of course, pleated curtains on the front to be able to look out your automotive grade front windshield. Very nice. USB charging, as well as 110 power ports on both sides. Plenty of storage. I can't get over how much storage that they go into on this. Pull out drawers, more cabinets. Let's take and lift this up. Admire the sweet aluminum framing. You imagine if you're a bigger person, this is much more convenient as far as being able to move around on this rather than a wood frame. Of course, pull out drawers as well, and then all the accessories I had highlighted to you as well. And they hook you up with a little convenient handle to be able to do that so you're not fumbling around under the mattress. TV backer, bedroom and satellite. Last but not least, let's open these beautiful awnings and take a final overlook at this. So, awning extend and retract. Extend one. We're going to hold this down. Now this awning is a Solera awning. It's a really nice setup. It's got a built-in LED light strip. It's got a flex section on your arm, so you guys can be able to actually pitch it to one side or the other, depending on how you want the rain to fall off. However, there's a flap that folds down on this. This is part of one of our training classes that we do. As it comes to spin out, you'll see that flap fold down right there, and that lets you know that that is at its fullest extent. If you were to hold it down, it would continue to spin, but it would spin backwards on itself, and you could potentially have a risk of doing some damage to the awning. So just as an FYI, that is where it needs to be, and then of course you don't want to roll it up on itself backwards. As far as the 12-foot awning goes, as you can see right here, we're opening this one up as well. Sometimes in the summertime, these little flaps will stick, so just kind of rock it back and forth, get that thing to open up, and be able to enjoy the nice shade for your friends and family. Final overlook. Ladies and gents, what a tour. Holy moly. Look at the shade. You can just imagine in the summertime hanging out with the friends and family, making memories under this really nice shaded awning system on this 2720 IK. The IK stands for Island Kitchen. Ladies and gents, this is Chris once again with Great Escapes RV Supercenter. Thank you so much for the opportunity to do business together. I ask that you please like, subscribe, comment, and share. We hope to see you soon. Happy camping.